Most guys think attraction is a transaction. You buy the dinner, you act like a gentleman, and you wait for her to give you a chance. But attraction isn't a reward for good behavior. It's the unavoidable consequence of dark charisma. Dark charisma is the attraction a woman feels for a man she can't easily control. You've been doing the exact opposite. You've been making her the center of your world, and that's exactly why you're invisible to her. If you want her to actually obsess over you, you have to stop being the provider of her validation and start being the source of it. Today, we are flipping the script with a 4-step framework to make her obsessed with you. 1. Success aura. 2. Puppet mastery. 3. Reverse qualification. And 4. The game-changing eye contact shift I call the Bermuda eye triangle. Let's start with step 1, the success aura. Let's address the elephant in the room first. You've been told the standard advice, just act busy, wait 3 hours to reply to her text. But let me tell you why that fails 99% of the time. Women have a biological radar for fake limitation. If you're sitting on your couch, staring at your phone waiting for 3 hours just to look busy, you haven't created mystery, you've created a lie. You're just a guy playing games because his actual life is empty. Dark charisma isn't about playing a character, it's about becoming the man the character is based on. Most guys make women their only priority. They drop their gym session because she said maybe to a drink. They are available 24/7, which tells her, my time has no value and I have nothing better to do than wait for you. In order to make her obsessed with you, you have to develop a success aura. This is the energy of a man who is so locked into his vision, whether that's building an empire or mastering a high-level craft, that he literally doesn't have the time to be a texting buddy. When your purpose is non-negotiable, you aren't just busy, you're a man with a destination. When she realizes she isn't the primary focus of your world, she doesn't feel ignored. She feels an instinctive need to prove why she deserves to be part of your legacy. When you have a mission bigger than a Friday night date, your unavailability isn't a tactic, it's a byproduct of your ambition. But here is where it gets dark. When she realizes she's not the center of your universe and that you're building something big, she doesn't feel ignored. She feels a desperate need to earn a spot in your journey. However, most guys have already given up on their dreams anyway. They've traded their ambition for comfort and therefore they make her their only goal. A woman doesn't want a fan, she wants to be part of a winner's story. People are evolutionarily wired to chase success. When you become a man who is willing to sacrifice temporary fun for long-term success, you aren't just busy, you're the exception. This doesn't mean that you never have fun, it just means that your fun is a reward for your work, not a distraction from it. But the real power of dark charisma comes when you can see through her social mask while every other guy is just staring at it. And this takes us to step 2, the puppet mastery. Most guys think building a connection with a woman is about asking a list of boring interview questions. They ask what she does for work or where she grew up, but that isn't a conversation, it's an interrogation, and it's the fastest way to make her lose interest. If you want to trigger actual attraction, you have to stop asking for information and start predicting it. You need to become the puppet master. Instead of waiting for her to tell you who she is so you can react to it, you make a bold, calculated guess about her character. You look her in the eyes and say, I get the feeling you're the type of person who acts tough and independent, but you're actually the most loyal person in your circle, even when they don't deserve it. Does it matter if you're 100% accurate? No. What matters is that you are analyzing her character while every other guy is just staring at her outfit. But if you suck at reading people, then just pick a trait most people want to have, like being ambitious or humor, and present it as a deep personal insight. Don't frame it like a generic compliment, point it out as an observation. When you mirror her deepest self back to her, you aren't just another guy anymore, you turn into an addiction. However, even if you can read her mind, you'll lose the lead if you don't know how to flip her words against her. That leads us to step 3, reverse qualification. Want to know how to actually make a woman obsessed with you? Instead of walking into a date acting like you're on a job interview, desperately trying to prove why you're a good catch, you need to flip the script. If you want her to actually value you, you have to stop selling yourself and start making her sell herself to you. Instead of just nodding when she tells you how spontaneous or adventurous she is, you give her a skeptical look and say, everyone says they're adventurous, but give me one real reason why I should believe you're actually different from every other adventurous girl in this city. And just like that, you've shifted yourself from the applicant to the auditor. Not by being an asshole, but by being a man with high standards. That's exactly where her obsession over you starts. The second a woman feels like she has to work for your approval, you become the only man in her life she can't take for granted. But even if you master the reverse qualification, you need the physical presence to back it up. That leads us to the final piece. Step 4. The Bermuda eye triangle. Most guys think eye contact is just about not looking away, but staring like a statue is creepy and looking away is weak. If you want to create a level of physical tension that makes her heart rate spike, you need to use the Bermuda eye triangle. Instead of holding a static, frozen gaze, you rotate your focus in a specific hypnotic pattern. So here is how it works. You look into her left eye, shift to her right eye, then drop your gaze to her lips for a split second before returning to her left eye. Repeat this slowly while she's talking. This isn't just random eye contact, it's a psychological anchor. By glancing at her lips, you are non-verbally communicating desire without saying a single word. However, because you immediately return to her eyes, you stay in control of the interaction without looking desperate. When you do this correctly, the vibe shifts from friendly to energetic. You aren't just a guy she's talking to, you're the man she's experiencing. You've moved from conversation to connection. But here is the catch. If you feel nervous or twitchy while doing this, she'll smell the insecurity from a mile away. The Bermuda eye triangle only works if you have the internal game to back it up. When you're still faking it, your body language will betray you every time. That's exactly why I built the confidence code. It's the complete step-by-step system I use myself to build real self-confidence and charisma from the ground up. If you're tired of overthinking and want to carry yourself with actual authority, check out the first link in the description. Alright, congrats. You're part of the small group who actually watches a video to the end. That's why I've got something for you, the real source for spotting attraction. If you implement these tactics, you're going to want to know if they're actually working. I've put together a video breaking down the 7 signs she shows that indicate her attraction. These are the real-life signals, from micro-investments to the way she positions herself around you, that tell you exactly where you stand. Stop guessing and finally read her real intentions. Click the video on the screen right now to see the signs most men completely miss.